Well, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a trail camera review, and it's a trail camera from Ceyomur, and this is the CY70. Now, Ceyomur offers a wide range of different makes and models, and each one specializes in something a little different. This particular camera, the CY70, is their ultra wide view, or at least that's what they call it. It's a 120-degree camera lens on this trail camera. It's also advertised as a 24 megapixel trail camera. I'm going to do a quick unboxing, give you my initial thoughts after seeing this trail camera for the first time. Then I'm going to be placing it out into the woods and start collecting sample photos and videos from this trail camera. I'm going to show them to you here in just a bit, and then I'll bring you back for my final thoughts, the pros and cons as I see it after I use this trail camera for a month or two. So let's get into the unboxing. So it is the Ceyomur, it's the CY70. It does have a 120 degree, that is the detection range. I want to correct myself, I may have said the camera lens is 120 degrees. It's actually the PIR sensor, or the detection range is 120 degrees. So let's get into the unboxing here. We do have a manual that comes with it. It's always helpful. Here's the actual camera. Take a little bit closer look at that in just a second here. We also want to look at the accessories that are inside of here. Has a wall mount, and that can give you options, different options for mounting this trail camera. Has a tree strap with a plastic buckle on it. Also has a USB cable. Let's take a closer look at the camera itself. Here it does have 3 PIR sensors, and that is going to give you that wide 120 degree detection range. I will be curious exactly how wide the angle on the lens is, but you have covers over every single thing here, so don't forget to take those off. It has 2 latches here on the side. They're both made of plastic. Looking on the back here, it does have a place for a Python cable, so you can secure it that way. It does have a place for a padlock here also. Your tree strap would go there. Looking on the bottom, it does have a 1/4-20 mount. That's going to give you options on mounting it. It also does have an external power port right here on the very bottom of the camera, and that is a 6-volt external power port. Let's open up the latches and look inside here. It has a very large display screen there. Here would be your menu settings and your interface for that. It does have a 3-position switch there, off, setup, and on. On this side, it does have a little bit of a plastic pull tab there. It does take 8 AA batteries to run this trail camera. On the very bottom here, you see it takes a full-size SD card there for inside of it. So next, I will be placing a full-size SD card in this camera. I'll put 8 AA batteries in it, and then I'm going to place it out into the woods and start collecting sample photos and videos from this trail camera. I'm going to show those to you right now. So I just showed you some samples, both daytime and nighttime, that I got from this camera in a more wooded area. I'm going to give you my final thoughts, the pros and cons as I see it after using this camera. But first I'm going to show you just a couple of samples in a more open area that this camera took. So it is time for my final thoughts. I'm going to continue to show you some sample pictures and videos as I give you my final thoughts. I'm going to start out with some sample pictures because I haven't showed you any yet, and I want to discuss them. They are in the wide format, which is personally my favorite format. They're in the 16:9 aspect ratio, so they're the exact same dimensions and width as the videos. So whether you're taking photos or videos, the results are going to be the same. I think the picture quality is very good, both daytime and nighttime. You get some crystal clear pictures, or in fact I was quite impressed with the pictures. The videos were the same way. I think this camera takes excellent photos and videos. This camera also has very wide angle lens. In fact, it's a 116-degree angle lens. And again, personally for me, the wider the angle lens on my trail camera, the better. You might say, why don't all trail camera manufacturers simply put the widest angle lens possible? Well, the one negative to a wide angle lens, it makes everything seem just a little bit further away. So for example, here's a side-by-side video. The top of the video is from the CY70. The bottom video is from a much narrower CY55. As you can see, it's a dramatic difference. The bottom video, the deer looks much closer, but on the top video, you can see so much more of the surroundings. In fact, you can pick out the tree in the background. This is mounted on the exact same tree at the exact same location. So you can see a dramatic difference in how close the animals look. When you have a narrower field of view, they're gonna look closer, but I prefer this top view just because you can see so much more on the sides. Another positive with this CY70, it has very good detection range. In fact, I was impressed with some of the smallest animals. It reached out there extremely far. Now keep in mind, this wide angle lens does make things look a little bit further away, but the detection range is very good and the trigger speed was excellent. No matter which location I have this camera mounted in, time and time again, it impressed me with its trigger speed and its trigger distance. In fact, there's times that the animals were way in the background. I thought there had to be something else that triggered this camera, but this camera did excellent, and with its good quality photos and videos, if the animal was tripping the camera but was far away, it is clear enough. You can see exactly what's going on and identify the animal and see very fine details. Another positive with this camera is its audio. It has very clear audio. In fact, I would say probably the clearest audio of all of the Ceyomur cameras that I've tested now. In fact, I think I saved the best for last. This camera would be probably my pick or my favorite out of the lineup of Ceyomur cameras. In fact, this is either the 4th or 5th camera I did a review on now from the Ceyomur line, and this I would say is my favorite. So the CY70 again has great trigger speed, excellent quality photos and videos, both daytime and nighttime. It has good audio. It has the wide angle lens, which I prefer, the 16:9 aspect ratio photos. You would think this is the absolute best camera that was ever made. Was there any drawbacks? Well, here's a couple of the negatives, and none of them are major. One of them would be the identification at the bottom of your photo or video, pretty small. Again, that's nitpicking, but if I was gonna have the perfect camera, that would be a little bit bigger writing down below so I can see the time and date easier. Again, a minor complaint, but that is one that stuck out to me. Another one is the strap that's included. The strap isn't bad, but it has a plastic buckle, pretty cheap plastic buckle on the strap. Again, pretty minor negative, but that is something. If they'd want to improve their camera, a better strap would be a plus. The third and final negative that I'm going to share with you, when you do open up this camera, the lens swings away. So if you're trying to use the screen here to set up your camera, it's not useful because when you open up your camera, your lens is no longer pointed in the direction you want it to. Now Ceyomur has other models that are not this way, so again, that is my preference. I don't like when the lens swings away when you open up your camera. So those were the 3 minor negatives that I have with this camera, but as you can tell, they come nowhere close to outweighing the positives. Again, for me, this is my personal favorite in the lineup of Ceyomur cameras. It performs very well. It has excellent audio, which I like. Many different positives with this camera. I'm going to be placing a link down in the description if you would like to purchase one of these cameras, or maybe you just want to look up more information or more specs on this camera. Please follow that link. It helps my channel out, and I get a small commission if you do choose to purchase this camera. If you have any comments or questions, or maybe I totally missed something that you would like to know, I'll do my best to answer them. I'd encourage you to leave a comment down in the comment section. I try and get back to each and every one of you, and whether it's a question or a comment, I love hearing from you. So I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.